Hello Scorpio, and welcome to my channel, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is a weekly reading for Scorpio from the 20th to the 26th of August 2018. Please don't forget to watch your moon and rising sign for a complete picture. I put the decks I'm using down in the description box, and if you'd like a private video reading, I put the details in the description box as well. So please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment if this video resonates with you. So I'm going to just do the general energy reads for the week, and then I will do the general tarot read after that. So the first card is the dog barking, which says that you will receive some sort of advice from a friend. So this should be constructive advice. This person might be a younger woman that you're going to receive this advice from, which is the friend. And because it says dealings with the relationship with a younger woman, and since it's immediately above the dog and it's advice from a friend, you might be receiving this advice from a younger person. So don't sneer at it, even though this person is younger than you, or it might be good advice and it's well worth listening to. There seems to have been some sort of wish that was not fulfilled or granted. Maybe you were hoping something would happen and it didn't. Maybe you're feeling a bit disappointed about that. So in the past, you've got the dragon, which says beware of self-delusion. Maybe you've been telling yourself something's going to be happening and it didn't. And there's the sun card, happiness and well-being. So there might have been some sort of happiness that has come into your life, some sort of stability that has come in. But don't tell yourself false truths. Make sure that you're keeping it all real and keeping everything based on reality. Really, it's important not to delude yourself. See it for what it is. Don't lie to yourself. So going into the future, you've got solid foundation and success with effort, and you've got the owl, good advice from a wise person. So there seems to be two good advice cards over here, with the dog barking, advice from a friend, and the owl coming in, giving you advice from a wise person. So you do need to take advice. That seems to be the trend here, and you are going to be building a solid foundation, and there is going to be success that comes. So whatever advice that is coming into you, listen to it, don't ignore it, and this is going to help you build your solid foundations. So I'm just going to draw cards from this deck. I have shuffled it. I'll just cut it and let's see what's going on. Okay, so you have got the Three of Swords here, and so you're very, very heartbroken about some situation that happened. You seem to have lost something that was very dear to you, something that has been destroyed, and it's been destroyed by somebody else. And now you've had to walk away from it, and you are grieving over it. So something was lost, something was destroyed by vindictive behavior. This person looks really, like they're very much a bully, and they seem to have destroyed something that you loved very much, and now you're walking away from that situation. You've had to turn your back to it and walk away in order to get over it. You feel very defeated because that thing that you loved very, very dearly has been taken from you and destroyed. So an energy of heartbreak surrounding this card. This is the Three of Swords. It does talk about grief and loss. So the main situation is the Four of Pentacles and mastery. So, you may have had to move, travel, leave wherever your current position, because it's the Chariot, it's the card of movement, it's ruled by Cancer. So leaving your childhood home, you're very determined as well. There's also been, maybe you've had some sort of financial loss as well, so you're actually watching the pennies very, very carefully, making sure that you are keeping tabs on your money, and you're very determined to get things done. You're walking around with this air of determination, and you're taking charge of your life again. So something has come. There's a lot of movement over there, so you've had to move home, you've had to travel, but you're also watching the pennies quite clearly you look like you're really upset that you might be having some sort of financial loss. You've got a lot of money on your mind at this particular moment, so you're thinking about it and making sure that you're maybe penny pinching in a sense to try and save from some sort of financial loss that you're experiencing at the moment. So in the past, you've got the King of Pentacles. This might be somebody in your experience. It might be you. Maybe you had a position where you were quite stable, were earning a lot in the last year, and you managing to save and pay all your bills. So some position that had you in a position of authority and earning pretty well. In the last 3 months, you've had the Ace of Swords, so something new coming in, a new truth, a new idea, a new breakthrough, something that has turned things around, so something that has caused a change in energy for you with the Ace of Swords, a beginning of something new, a new idea coming in for you. You've got the Five of Cups, which is that you're crying over something that was lost. So it seems that you've had the Three of Swords, something was destroyed in your life and you haven't gotten over it. Still haven't gotten over this loss. Maybe you lost a person, maybe somebody died, but you haven't gotten over it, and you're still grieving about what happened. You do need to see that you have to get over it. There are things about you that you need to take care of, so you need to get over this grief and this loss. Maybe it's too soon. It's a time for healing, and maybe this card is, you're in a period of mourning where you're trying to get over grief, so you're healing from the grief that you went through. So going into the future, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. You are quite independent, but you have been looking to the past, and maybe you've been miserable because things in the past remind you of whatever it was that you had that was good in the past, and you're looking at it. This woman looks really depressed, and you are feeling very depressed. And although she is the Queen of Pentacles, where she is taken care of financially, she's still thinking about this loss, this thing that was taken from her, this precious thing that was destroyed or removed from her life, and she is very depressed about it. She looks very miserable. Nostalgia speaks about looking at the good things from the past, but this woman looks like she's looking at the past and she's longing for the past, for that time when she had those good things with her. So it looks like that's where you are at the moment. You're looking to your past and remembering all the things that you have lost, and you haven't gotten over this grief that you have gone through. Here he's also looking at the past and crying. So going into the future, you've got the Six of Swords, which means that you're trying to move away from that situation of loss. So you are trying to walk away from it. You're taking baby steps at the moment. You can see he's walking on stones in the water, and he's still carrying this grief and in the form of the swords. So still carrying that grief with you into the present, but you are taking steps to try and move away from all the trouble that you went through, all the grief that you've gone through. These are thoughts that torture you or make you miserable, and you are taking these thoughts with you. But you are trying to slowly go one step at a time, and so you're taking this. Healing takes time, and this is a healing process, and you are taking time. Will take time to be able to move away, but you are making steps in the right direction. You are trying to get over your situation. So you've got the Two of Pentacles cards around you. Maybe you are juggling finances, trying to juggle your time, trying to focus on something, trying to find a new focus on something. Worried that if you don't, you might have loss, or there might be someplace, this person's on a tightrope, so they could fall at any time. So you are on a fine line of juggling your money, trying to get things sorted out, and trying not to fall off the rope, if you like, trying not to get yourself into any kind of financial debt. Maybe you're balancing your money, your work situation and your home situation as well. So something that's keeping you a little bit on the knife edge over there, where you're trying to balance things so that you don't end up in a bad situation, and that seems to be where you are at the moment. So going into the future, not going to the future, hopes and fears is, you're going back and you are reassessing your religious beliefs with this high priest, which is the Hierophant. So all your beliefs and your actions and all the things, you are questioning them at this moment, asking, especially with this loss that you had, it seems your whole belief system has come into question right now, and that's where you are at. Maybe you're going and visiting spiritual leaders, maybe you're going to churches or temples or something where you're going and revisiting your faith again and trying to find purpose for whatever happened to you. So going into the future, you've got the karma, which is the judgment card, you've got the strength card, and you've got the Page of Swords. So with the karma card, it seems like what happened to you, you have to let the past go and end that cycle. It is a major arcana card, a major truth that has come. So it is something that was bound to happen. You couldn't change it. We cannot alter major arcana events, and this was a major arcana event. Something, or maybe you've lost somebody, and you now have to move away. The rest of your journey will have to be taken without this person, and you have to leave that. Keep the good memories and let go of the things that make you miserable, and try and move on. This had to happen. You will heal from it because there's a major arcana strength card over here. You can see that you've got the Caduceus sign over here, and there is going to be a new strength and energy that will come to you, so you will get over this. Just give it time and it will get better. Time heals a lot of wounds. The Page of Swords, don't rush into anything that you don't rush into things too quickly. Try and keep your temper if people irritate you. Don't try not to say anything harsh to anybody, especially if you're grieving and people are not being very, very supportive of you, or not being very understanding of your situation. Try to just keep things in check and keep a balance. Don't rush into fights and arguments too quickly. Just keep it all, try and keep it all stable. Because know that this had to have happened. This was not something, we always pre-plan our lives before we come. So events like this, major events like this, are all pre-planned, and we have to get through it. And these are all learning experiences as we get through them. So you have to understand that, and don't take it out on the people around you that are trying to support you during this time that you're going through, whatever you're going through. It is time for you to heal, and you will heal, especially with the Strength card. So I'm going to just draw some cards from the Archangel Tarot, and that's for advice. So you've got the Page of Air, which says challenging information, delays or changes to plans, truth delivered without tact. So you've got the Page of Air and the Page of Swords coming in. So there's some information that is coming to you, and it says it's going to be challenging information. So something that gets you a bit all riled up as well. Something that you're forced to deal with. Something you didn't expect. Some sort of news coming to you with that Page of Swords and with this Page of Air. And it says the truth delivered without tact. So somebody giving it to you, what they think they're giving it to you straight, and they're not pulling any punches. So they're not making it easy for you to bear this information, but information coming to you nevertheless. So the Nine of Fire says don't give up, protect that which you have created, have courage and believe in yourself. So with the Nine of Fire, you need to stand your ground. You don't give up, and protect the thing that you love around you, and have the courage to face whatever situation. So this is a time where you have to dig deep inside you and find that inner strength, and we are all stronger than we think. So you will find that inner strength and overcome whatever problems you have at this particular moment. You got the Ten of Water, so the end of an emotional cycle with the Ten of Water, and it says your emotional and material needs are being met, and there will be trustworthy relationships. So you will have support from people, but there's an old emotional cycle has ended, and you will now have to make a new one begin. So a new one will come in, seeing things from a different point of view now that you are reaching a new emotional cycle. So ended off something that was there for a very long time, because it's reached the 10 of water, has now come to an end, and now you will go restart the cycle, and you will start at a different level with a different understanding. So this was a karmic event that happened for you. Whatever ended was very karmic, and it had to happen. It was long decided, I think, even before you came. You will get over it. You have the strength. Some news and information coming in that's causing a bit of problems over here, and making you a bit unhappy, maybe upsetting news of some sort coming in. You're looking a lot to the past and thinking about it a lot, but with the karma card going through, you need to actually let go of the past. Take all the lessons you've learned and move forward. And you are now moving into a new cycle. You will move into a new cycle. It seems like you are making steps to get over the grief that you're going through, and you will be able to move away from it. And there will be somebody there probably to advise you and help you through a difficult situation. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me some comments if it has. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.